Good morning, everyone. Happy New Year's Eve. I wanted to do a reading from today through the weekend to see what the next few days look like for all of us. So as you can see, I just kind of shuffled out here the angel deck and then my energy deck. In the process of the energy deck, one card fell out all tied up, and I just want to talk on that before I pull anything else out, because that's what I'm hearing for everyone, is that really this whole year, but even over these next few days, this is how people are feeling, all wrapped up, tied up in their emotions and trying to work through things. There's been a lot of things, a lot of losses in 2020, a lot of challenges, and even this New Year's Eve, many people are used to getting out, going out celebrating, or staying home but celebrating with friends, and things have changed a little bit. So a lot of people are really feeling exactly what this says, tied up emotionally. Try to take some deep breaths and be still with what you're feeling. Things will be shifting. It's not going to be quite in January, or some of the things that I'm hearing, but 2021, things will start easing up. Definitely it's not going to be like 2020. However, January is going to have its own, ups and downs, but we're all equipped now because we've been getting blessed really with some amazing energy. So if you're feeling this right now, all tied up with your emotions, it might be chilly, might be damp where you're at, might be sunny and warm. Get some fresh air, go outside for a few minutes. Go for a walk, something to break up that thought process and get you redirected and focused on something else. And, we did just have that full moon, and a lot of people are still feeling that. And again, if you did not sit down and take some time to think about what you wanted to release during that full moon, today's another good day to do that. I know a lot of people focus on New Year's resolutions, but this is really amazing. This is a time to breathe and take a few minutes on what do you want to let go of. Because think about it, 2020 started with the moon in Cancer, and it's ending with the moon in Cancer. So it makes sense feeling all tied up, because Cancer is a lot to do with feelings and emotions and home. A lot of people are feeling connected to just be home. But whatever you're feeling, try not to judge it. Just sit with it and be, and allow it to move through. Because it's also old energy that's coming out. But be gentle with yourself. You're not the only one. We really are all going through this. And this is the best time. If you want to connect with someone, give them a call or text. Just reach out. But change your focus. Do something a little different, but get out and get a little bit of fresh air. It really does help. Breathe it in. It helps bring in that new energy, and when you're exhaling, helps release the old energy. So I'm going to go ahead, and I'm hearing, like this card right here, you can see is jumping out at me. So I'm going to set that up there. This one here. And I'm getting called to pull one more. So I'm going to move this deck here, and then I'm going to actually select another energy card, and it couldn't be more obvious right here. So just move these out of the way, and what we'll pull, turn over, we have harmony, and then I'll share, we have meditation. Isn't that interesting? And I'll turn it this way, and we have study, which makes sense with what I'm hearing. And then look at this one, we have first chakra, Archangel Michael. That doesn't surprise me, because we are all clearing out that chakra. This is huge. This has really been huge about what 2020's all been about. So I'm going to talk about the harmony a little bit. As we move in today through the weekend, we are going to feel more harmony than we have felt. Just embrace it, be with it. Things are going to feel like they're really flowing over these next couple days. Enjoy it. Take the time that you need and do what makes things feel in harmony for you. And I'm also hearing to share this, even though the card didn't come up. Do things that help you feel balanced. And yesterday for me, I was cleaning the kitchen. That's kind of my balancing room. But what happened, I ended up cleaning out the cabinets, and it really shifted things. So find and do the things, not that you have to force yourself, but what comes up in that divine flow. And you'll really start feeling that harmony. Things will start feeling lighter. Then we have the meditation card, and we talked about that with the tied up card that fell out. This is really a perfect day, especially because we had the full moon. But today and these upcoming days, take the time that you need. Learn to meditate if you don't know how, and everybody meditates different. And I think that's a really big deal to share. What I'm hearing is that many people think there's only one way to meditate, and we must meditate this certain way. But the truth is, when I'm walking angel, that's a form of meditation for me. When I'm cleaning, if I'm in divine flow versus forcing myself, that's meditation. And then I do enjoy every morning, I take that time and I do the quiet, and I do a guided meditation. Find what works for you. I'm learning a new way. My indoor bike, I'm finding, is also a form of meditation for me. So there is not one way you have to meditate, but find what works for you and then practice it. You know, it can be 3 minutes. And before you know it, you'll enjoy meditating, 30 minutes. But do and find what works for you. This isn't about following, the masses, what everybody else does. If we haven't learned anything in 2020, it is about not following the masses. It's trusting and stepping into the divine flow. And this study card I thought was interesting when it fell out. But what I heard, this is what this week is going to be all about. It's getting connected with yourself and really doing an inner study. What are you ready to clear out and let go? And this is not just one area. This is in all aspects of your life. And the biggest thing that's going to come up over these next few days is really getting to know yourself. That's what this is all about. And I don't want to move too fast, give anyone a headache. The harmony, the meditation, it really is all leading up to getting to know yourself. Because what I'm hearing to share, who you thought you were, what you thought you really enjoyed, 2020 has shown everybody that has changed. And take the time, get to know you. The only way to do that is by being still with you. And that's where meditation comes in. Learning when you are in that state of meditation. Again, whatever that is for you, what are you feeling? Be open and allow yourself to expand, especially, with Jupiter and Aquarius now. Allow yourself to expand to new horizons. What is it you've always really wanted to try or do? Now's the time to really step out and give yourself that opportunity and start letting that thought and creativity swirl around and bring that to light. I love that. That's what study is all about. And I just want to show something to you that I'm hearing to point out. Look at the rainbow and then the wings. This is really what they're saying. When you really get to know you, and I apologize, but I have to go back here, I'm hearing, this is where true harmony comes in. It doesn't mean all of us we've had moments of boredom in 2020, anxiousness, but when you really get to know you, you are able to be still with you and find harmony. This is really going to be, believe it or not, a beautiful upcoming days. And then this, first chakra, Archangel Michael, all about our root chakra. And I love this. Look what he's got here. This is really, his beautiful sword. this is a time that we are clearing out that root chakra, the bottom of your spine, that beautiful ruby red color. That root chakra has a lot to do with traditions, things that were rooted from our family ancestors, but that doesn't mean it works for us any longer. Things that we were taught to believe in that really aren't in alignment for us. We're clearing that out and getting our root chakra lined up, what's aligned with our spirit and soul. This is really beautiful. So this is going to be going on this week, and I do want to point out, sometimes if your root chakra has really been dirty with a lot of gook, lack of better words, as it's clearing out, you might feel some lower discomfort. This is where some stretches, go for a walk and send that area love from your heart chakra. This is really going to be a beautiful time. We're clearing out that root once and for all, because as we've learned in 2020, the old traditions, they're not working. There are some traditions. Please don't get me wrong. There are traditions that people love and they're taking forward. That's not what I'm hearing this is about. These are those old traditions. We're doing things, for example, what I'm hearing to share, out of obligation or out of expectation, or because this is what we were always told we should be doing. Those are the kind of things that are clearing. Releasing the need to do things out of obligation. If your heart isn't in there, then don't do it. Because what happens, others can pick up that energy, so it never really works out the way you're hoping. If old traditions aren't working for you and you want to create new, trust yourself and do that, because this is the time we're getting called to do that. So this is what we have going on. I'm going to grab this first card that fell out. Don't forget, out of the energy deck here, all tied up. This is, kind of what all these emotions have been about. But look at how beautiful this really happens. All tied up, all of us have been feeling the emotions, the pressure of all of this in 2020. But now this week, we're moving into some harmony, meditation. We're learning to, be still with really ourselves. We're learning to be still, what I'm hearing, with ourselves, and understanding there's chaos around us, but there doesn't have to be chaos within us. This is where harmony comes in. This is where the study comes in. If you know yourself and you have done that inner work, and most of you know what I'm talking about, it isn't easy, but if you've done it or you're doing it, this is the beauty of this. You have that, you're able to be still with yourself. And then this, I love how up here and then the all tied up, and then down here, this goes hand in hand, to be honest, as you're clearing out that root chakra. So a couple other things just to kind of highlight what I hear. January is going to be moving further into January. There is still going to be some residuals, and we're going to have moments of intensity, but this makes sense why in this reading, what I'm hearing to share with you, if you do the inner work and be still with yourself and take that time to be quiet with you, really connect, and also as you connect, your truth comes up within. And then this is the harmony. I hope everyone has a happy New Year's, and take care. Blessings.